Hi again, Chris here, Scooter Router. So now this is part 2 of my journey to Christchurch. As I said before on the other video, part 1, I ran out of blimmin' battery. So I didn't, well, I got to Christchurch, but I wasn't able to film it. So we had to plan another day, which is today, and it's July the 1st. And I'm going a different route this time. In fact, I'm starting off here filming at Boscombe. So I'm going through Boscombe as the first journey. I try to find as many different routes as I can, so I don't go over things I've done before. I know I've done Boscombe before, it's not the first time, but I'll just show you this, because this is where I'm beginning. So remember, my videos are a bit of a sat nav to show you, if you don't know Bournemouth, if you're not familiar with Bournemouth, here are different ways you can travel. So I'm heading to Christchurch the second time. This time, hopefully, I've got spare batteries, and I've even brought along a power bank with me. So hopefully, I'll be able to get some video, and I finally get to Plymouth Christchurch. As you can see, with the sky above, it's a much clearer, hotter day than it was on my last trip when I showed you all the different cloud formations. What are they called? Cumulus, those clouds, I don't know. But as you can see, today is very sunny, very hot. They were predicting 34 degrees. Remember, this is now July the 1st. This is Monday, July the 1st when I'm setting off. And this is around, well, we set off around 10 o'clock, so this is about 10:30 in the morning. And I'm heading to Christchurch, and the route I intend to take is to go along here and then cut through to Southbourne and go across to Tuckton and then go along Barrett Road halfway and get to Christchurch that way. And that's my plan. And it's a very hot day, and I'm a bit worried because I burn easy. And I've got to be careful. I nearly cancelled today because they were saying on the news it was 34 degrees. I thought, oh, I don't know if I can handle that. But then it said it was mostly over East London way and over the Essex way. But Bournemouth is around 25, so I thought, alright, I'll risk it. Yeah, that's that shop. It's always closed, that shop. I thought I'd risk it. So I've set off on a nice sunny morning, en route to Christchurch. Finally, well, I got there before, but I didn't have to film.
Sorry.
No, you're alright.
So, hopefully I'll be alright this time. As you can see, although it's a hot sunny morning, it's around 11 o'clock coming up soon, Boscombe's not so congested because they don't have the shops here like they used to. So there isn't that many people around for July. It's July, so there's not many people around for Boscombe. They've closed all the shops that used to be good. The second-hand shop, well, not second-hand, charity shop. And I've got Dee with me again. She's behind me, following me. She wanted to stop over at one charity shop, bought herself a bag and a hat. And then we're coming on.
Did you see that woman? That girl,
we're carrying
white
on now.
going? I thought it was a bloody ghost.
So I'm carrying on now
I know.
through Boscombe. Heading on. I'm heading for Parkwood Road, which is a shortcut to Southbourne. What's he doing on the blooming road? Get on the pavement, hold all the traffic up. So heading for Parkwood Road, and that will take me to Southbourne. I have filmed Southbourne before, but I'm including it, same as Boscombe, to show you the route I'm taking for anybody who wants to follow me. I'm doing a bit of sat nav as well as showing Bournemouth. So I know Bournemouth, see. I mean, I used to be a van driver, and for 5 years, and I went all over the place. I went as far as up north. I went to Carlisle, Sunderland, and I did London a lot. So I got used to roads following my nose. But I also did 5 years before I retired as a care worker, home care worker. And I first worked around the Southbourne, Boscombe area, and then the second after the 5 years, I joined another firm. I went into the Ferndown area. So I got to know a lot of shortcuts, a lot of roads and that, which has helped me to get to know Bournemouth and all the short routes and that. So I think a lot of my videos are useful because not many people, even local people, don't know all these shortcuts. So this is a bit of not just to show you Bournemouth, but it's also a good bit of sat-nav information for you. See, I'm good or not? You can thank me later! So we're now coming up to Parkwood Road here on the right. That's the corner shop, this is an electrical shop. That was a TV. What do they do now? That used to be a TV. Oh yeah, oh no, George Fry. Oh no, I think it's still the same people. Expensive sound bars and TVs and all sorts. So we're going down Parkwood Road now. Trying to get up front of drop curves. So I'll keep on about drop curves. There are not many about. So I'm back on the pavement. And I've got to watch for the wheelie bins ahead. So I'm now on this route. Oh, I've jumped here because I didn't want to show you the moment. I'm now in Southbourne. This is Southbourne. Just coming into Southbourne now. If I'd have filmed all the journey, I would have made this video too long. So I thought I'd cut it a bit more. You know, in the old videos I used to film all of it, but I'm doing a bit more editing now. So this is Southbourne, the main street in Southbourne. It's a very busy area. Southbourne's quite a nice area to live. When I did care work, I had people here that I used to visit. It's quite a nice area, nice shops, and pleasant people. So, Southbourne's alright. In fact, further you go east towards Christchurch, it gets better. I mean, Bournemouth's for the young people, like I said before. Boscombe's for, God knows, who knows, they come out after midnight, I think. But as you go further, as you get to Southbourne, this is a pleasant area, and then further where we're heading for, Christchurch, is even nicer. So things are looking good. I'm a good advert, aren't I? I'm steering people away from Bournemouth and sending you to Christchurch and Southbourne. Oh well, that's alright. This is what they call, although this is Southbourne, this is Bellevue Road. And it's quite a long road, and it leads all the way to Barrett Road, where I want to get to. But that is going through Tuckton. So Bellevue Road is a long road, and further down on the right, you turn off right, and you can head for Hensbury Head. Broadway, which takes you to Hensbury Head. So this is quite a busy road for anybody, tourists and that, coming to and fro. It leads everywhere, this road. So if you go to Christchurch, or off to Milford, around that area, even on the way to Southampton, this road can be fairly busy. But not as busy as Wessex Way, but still busy. This whole video of my journey to Christchurch took us 4 hours, and I had over 2 hours of filming. So I had to edit and cut it down, and I've cut it down into another 2 parts. So after this second part, so you've had part 1 on the other route to Christchurch, where my battery went out. And then you've got this route now, but I've stopped it as I reached Christchurch. And then I made another video to show you Christchurch itself. So I've broken it down to make it not such a long video. But the Christchurch video is worth watching, and I was able to cut it down. So this video is, I don't know, it's about just over, come up to half an hour long, and the next one's about 45 minutes. So if I'd have kept them both together, it would have been about an hour and 40, and I thought that was a bit too long for a video. So I broke it down to make it easier for you. So we're heading on down Bellevue Road. It's quite a long road. Hang on, this lady. She said it was a good road, look. She came out, because it's deep behind me, so she said, right, I'll come back here and see you get past me. There's a lot of good drivers, I've noticed, since I've been driving the mobility scooter, and pedestrians who make way for us. And I do the same too. I don't command the right of way. I let people go. Somebody's in a wheelchair, or walking sticks, or push chairs, and that kind. It's give and take, in it. That's the way it's got to be. So I debate about that. Give and take. There you go. There's a lot of big houses around here. When I did care work, I was going to big houses that was usually one elderly person was living in there. They only living in the sitting room, and the family was waiting for them to die so they could sell it. And as I come down here now, I noticed some of those properties have turned into multi-flats, and they were the big houses that somebody just sat in. But these houses here, I mean, if you look, I mentioned before in the videos, I like looking at architecture. But you can see, a lot of these houses are quite big and very spacious. Now, I reckon we're talking about £1 million, you know, some of these places. But a lot of them have been turned into flats. So it makes me wonder who owns them flats. I hope it's British people, not them foreigners. Live in Russia and live in China. But a lot of these flats or houses that were knocked down when the residents, the elderly residents died, they turned into flats, or whether they use the old same building or built a new one. Somewhere on the right here is the way you go to Ensbury Head. We're still in Bellevue Road. I told you it was a long road. We're still in Bellevue Road, and now we're going to have us going down the hill, which is good for my scooter. I can only do 35-mile radius on my scooter, but so far I've never run out of power. I've taken a few chances, but I've been able to cover my area. I haven't done pool yet. That's going to be on my next list, to do pool, Parkson and pool. That's my next venture. I've got to think of new areas that I haven't been to. I haven't been to Parkson and pool. Well, I went to a long time ago on the old analog camera, but not on my new camera. So that's my next venture. When it gets a lot less hot as it is now. I mean, look at that property there. Looks like they built an annex, maybe for Granny. But a lot of these houses, if we look on left and right, they're quite big. They're quite big. Look at them. So they're not, they must be worth a fortune. I mean, I'm quite happy. I live in a sheltered home. If I won the lottery, not that I play it, but I wouldn't want to move it. I'm quite happy where I am. I'd be lonely if I was to move into a place, especially if it was that in the country. 15 miles to the nearest Lidl. Who needs that? As you can see now, not a cloud in the sky. And it was getting quite hot. Very hot, and I'm not very good with heat, so I was taking a chance. I think we must be coming up to maybe 11, 12 o'clock now. It's quite a journey, but I like good journeys. Makes it more interesting. Covering all of Bournemouth with my videos. So even when I'm long time gone, if YouTube's still going, they'll have all my videos there forever. What they call time immemorial. I keep hearing that word after one. What do it mean? What does time immemorial mean? Look at that big place on the left. Whacking. Amazing the size of these buildings. Right, I think we're coming to the end of that Bellevue Road, and we're now in an area called Tuckton. Tuckton's halfway along Barrett Road on the road to Christchurch. So we've gone round the back way, and we're not far from Tuckton. Right, we're here now, Tuckton. This is Tuckton. Now there's a, as we cross the bridge we're coming up to now, this pub here on the left. That is a brilliant
That's
pub.
the pub.
And it sits
That's
right
a good
on the
pub,
river.
that. We'll go out
So
for
you
a
can-
meal in the summer.
So you
And
can
you're
sit
right by the
there.
river, look. The river's there.
I'm talking to D in the background. So you sit there, you have a good meal and a drink, and you can sit there on the riverside watching the boats go along. I tried to film them all, but I didn't get off my scooter. I
Yeah,
just
there's the river.
moved my camera left and right. So you'll see my hand now and then while I try to film it. But you see, you sit on the river there is on the left, that's
So you
the
sit
restaurant,
outside,
the pub restaurant.
have a meal.
So you can just sit there outside and just watch the boats go by. Look, it's beautiful, relaxing area. And it's an ideal
See, that's
place. So
what they
if
call it,
anybody
they're not like
comes
up
here on
there.
holiday, head for that area, that Tuckton Riverside pub, that's what I call it, and have a good meal there. I've been there a couple of times myself, and it's a pleasant place to
I
go.
never tried
Very
that.
relaxing. So we're heading down this road now. Excuse my hand here. I'm fiddling with the camera to try and get the other side of the bridge. There's the boats on the other side. And it's a good boating area. But I suppose we could say Christchurch, it's a bit like Poole in a way. They love their boating areas. Whereas Bournemouth is just for the beach. But Christchurch and Poole, and Lymington's the same. Lymington, which I doubt if I'll ever get up there because my scooter wouldn't take me that far. But Lymington's another good area for boating. So you've got a choice with you. That's what I like about Bournemouth. You've got so many choices. You like the seaside, or you like the boating, you like marinas, go to Poole, or Christchurch, or so you know, I really like this area. I love this area of Bournemouth. When I was a van driver, I went to many places, but I've never found anywhere better than Bournemouth. Bournemouth, Poole, Christchurch, brilliant. Brilliant. I'm a good advert for them. Good advert. So now we're heading on down this Tuckton area, and it leads to Barrett Road, where I filmed. There's a sign, Christchurch. I'm glad I got it in because I was going to film it, but then these blooming cyclists got in the way. So, but I got it in. So we're now in Christchurch now. So we're now in Hampshire. This is Christchurch. So we've come the back way from what I did before, and we crossed
I
over
wanted to film that
from
sign,
Boscombe to
Christchurch.
Southbourne, and now we're in
Bloody
Christchurch.
cyclists had to get in the way, didn't they?
So Dee's behind me, and I'm off. The person you can hear moaning is me, moaning at it. This guy's alright.
Are you alright? Alright.
I have a laugh when I do my travels. So we're heading on down there. As I said, this road now leads on to Barrett Road. Turn right, and it'll take us finally to Christchurch. But as you can see with the sky above, it is getting really hot, and I'm not very good with heat. Luckily, I'm on a scooter and I'm moving. I've got a hat on. I'm getting a bit of a breeze. I'm well wrapped up, but you'll never believe it. When I got back, my hands were sunburned from the scooter, from holding the handlebars on the scooter. I got a bit of sun on my face, but not burnt. But my hands are still sore now as I'm putting this video together. So I've got a bit of sunburn. I've always been like that. I just get burnt. I'm fair skinned, that's why. So we're plodding on down now, this road. I had a few care worker jobs down here. I had a lady, I think McCarthy and Stone used to go in there. But look at, again, like I said before, look at these houses on the right. Look at the size of them. Look at them. They're almost castle. Look at that one. They're ever so big, aren't they? Must be worth a fortune. Look at that one. Look, right there. Look at the size of that. Got to be worth a fortune, that place. We're talking over $1 million, I reckon. Yet they probably, when it first was built, they probably bought it for hundreds of pounds. Now look at it. But then, as I always say, nobody owns anything. You can't take it with you, can you? Can't take it with you. The rest of where I live, when I told them I was going to Christchurch today, this is a Monday, he said, oh, there's a market on today. And I didn't know that. So Christchurch has got a market on a Monday. I know Boscombe, I think it's Wednesday and Saturday. Christchurch have a market on a Monday. So got that to look forward to. But as I said, I made the Christchurch video in my next video because it would have been too long. So once I get to Christchurch, I cut it off and then you'd have to watch the final one when I finally reach Christchurch. So there's something to look forward to. I hope you're enjoying all these videos because I'm enjoying making them. Sometimes they're a bit painful. My bum gets a bit sore on the scooter. But I bought myself a cushion. So now we're back on Barrett Road, the main road that when we camera failed before. So I'm now back on that road, but not far away from Christchurch itself. But as I said, my bum got, in fact, even on this journey, the curve slopes sometimes, slopes downwards. And I feel like I'm sliding off the scooter. It gets ever so uncomfortable. But the curve sort of slopes downwards and I'm trying to push myself to the right to try and stay on the scooter. You don't notice all this when you walk across. The curve sometimes goes downwards from the right hand side to the left hand side. And on a scooter you notice it. It's like you're sliding off the scooter. You need a safety belt to stop you falling off. So as you can see on the left, a lot of heavy traffic. And they're all heading from Christchurch bypass, which takes them around Christchurch itself. And that takes them onwards to they can go on to Southampton from there. It's probably a different route. Going on M27, M3. I don't know why. Can't be any quicker, but they may have drops on the way. So now we're now really coming into Christchurch itself. Oh, I had to cut here. I had to pause here for a while. There was bus queues. I just couldn't get through. So I had to cut this. I had to cut. Well, I would have had half an hour trying to get through. So as I said, I'm now approaching the Christchurch. So this video's not far ending now, this first or second part. And then I'm going to show you the film when I actually get to Christchurch. Why do people go in the middle everywhere? Even walkers, why do they go in the middle? There you go. So now, so this is, so now, here we are now. We're now into Christchurch town now. Just coming into it now. Once I get past this lady, it's become very difficult. I try to go left and right and that. And I finally slipped through. So anyway, thanks for watching this second part, and then look forward to you see I nip through there. Hang on, there we go. Hang on, I look for it. There you go. Yeah, so here we are at Christchurch. So anyway, I'll see you in the Christchurch video. Hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. I've enjoyed making it, even though I got a blooming knot on the way. Bye for now.